What's up, Gene?
What's up, man? How are you?
Good. How's things?
Things are good.
Cool beans. Well, it's been a while. I think we always say that, though.
We always say that.
So, like, hey, it's been a minute, and this time it's actually probably been 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, I think so.
Kind of crazy it's been that long. But we've had vacation. I've had vacation. Well, personally, I've had vacation. I've been out of the country and doing some other activities. So it's good to get reconnected, and hopefully we'll have Gene. I've got the anti-movement applied to him over there. We'll see how that works out.
What that really means is a blanket underneath me, pillow on my elbows, and Gene, don't move. Just look pretty.
You know, it's weird. Okay, well, I don't know about the last one, but one thing that I've noticed is that when I was editing the podcast, one of the most recent ones, I kept hearing this noise. I'm like, what? You try to drill down into it, and I try to segment out the audio and then try to, do some noise reduction. And I couldn't get rid of this thing. And I'm like, man, what is it? I figured out it's my couches where Gene sits. And when he moves, because of the material, it makes it a loud noise. And we've done this podcast for a couple of years, and we've done it in this location many times. And I've actually never noticed it before.
Yeah.
So we're trying something different. We're putting a blanket under him to see if we can muffle the sound. But no one's ever said anything.
No.
Which, that reminds me, I know we've said before about people commenting and rating, but people aren't doing it. But our numbers are continuing to increase, but people aren't rating or commenting. So please, just rate, comment. Super simple.
Share.
Yeah, share it. Yeah. So anyway, all right. So let's catch up on what we've been doing. For me, gosh, I'm trying to remember back. A couple things that I'll highlight. One is that as an Avance member, you have the opportunity, depending on which level you are, you have the opportunity to get a professional photo shoot done on your car. And a while back, I've been holding on to mine, because at one point I wanted to get it on the Lotus Emira. But then when I was going to schedule it, I'm like, oh, I want to put the swan neck on it because that'll look better in the picture. So then I'm like, oh, well, let's just postpone.
The gooseneck? I keep calling it a gooseneck. Whenever I do, he wants to punch me.
Like,
I know it's not a gooseneck, but it's fun to say.
Oh
now,
my gosh!
Admittedly, when I first started saying it, it was just accidental, right? And you kept correcting me, rightly so. And then it became just funny to watch you squirm.
It's kind of like me watching when Gene wants to touch someone else's car.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny! That happened just the other day.
I know it did. And then it came up when we were at the event that I'll talk about later. I'm like, if Gene was here, he would want to go touch that car right there.
Absolutely.
That spot right there, he'd want to touch it. Anyway,
for sure.
I postponed the thing with the Emira because I wanted to get the swan neck put on. So then, that went by, and then I couldn't ever get a session open because when they open up, they fill up pretty quick, especially when you have good weather. They fill up pretty quick. So then I missed kind of a good weather window. So fast forward now another year later, actually, let me back up. We were no, you weren't there. I was at a track day last year. I think it was last year. I was talking with one of the people at Avance and about the photo shoot. And this person was saying, oh, they were like frustrated. I'm like, oh, what's going on? And they said, well, we just had a last minute cancellation for the photo shoot, and I really need to fill the slots because we've already paid for the photographer. And I'm like, oh, well, I would like to I can slide in, but I want to hold off because I want to have the picture that comes with the membership. I want to have it on the McLaren because I knew the McLaren was coming.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, no problem. We can get you slotted in. You can fill the slot that we need to, unless someone else takes it. They put a blast out. If no one takes it, you can fill the slot, but we'll keep your original one. I'm like, okay, great. So I got the Z06. I ended up taking the Z06 and got that done. So fast forward this year.
I don't think I've ever seen those pictures.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, they turned out really good. It was wet that day, so it rained.
Well, that could turn out really well.
But you can have some
reflections
good
and whatnot. Yeah.
So it turned out good. Turned out good. I'm really happy with the pictures. I'll show them to you later. But this time came around, they opened it up, and I want to get first thing because it's way up north. It's I don't know, somewhere in Seattle, somewhere up north, in an industrial area. They opened it up. I jumped on it. Got first thing in the morning, like number one slot, like at 9 o'clock in the morning. And it was iffy if it was going to be raining or not. I'm like, oh man, I really wish it would be a nice day for the McLaren. Turned out to be a great day. Clouds, no sun. So I got up there. Got Gavin was the photographer. He's the
young one, right?
He's a young kid. Yeah, he's going to college right now. So he was there. Did the photos. We did 1, 2, 3. We did 3 locations. I actually just got the pictures back this weekend. I saw him at the event, and so he shot me over the pictures. Turned out great. I mean the car looks good, but then when you get the right backdrop, especially with industrial stuff, then we did some stuff down by the water, and then we did one in like a overhang, like a park structure overhang or something. Anyway, they turned out really good. So that was a lot of fun. Got the pictures, and then I did something on the way back, but I don't remember what it was. I think I stopped at...
No, you stopped at Thunder... What was the old Thunderdome?
That's what it was.
Because that's right.
That's where I met you. Yeah, so I went to the Thunderdome.
Yeah.
Because the dealership... I forgot the name of the dealership.
So it was the general manager from Lamborghini Seattle...
Yep.
Out of Redmond, or Bellevue, rather.
Out of Bellevue.
Lamborghini or Seattle out of Bellevue. He left because they sold the company, so they brought in their own leadership, and he left, and he and his friend took the building. It used to be the Thunderdome Auto Museum, and then turned that into a used car / storage / mixed use meeting space. Perfect place.
That building.
Oh my God,
is phenomenal. I really hate that the museum went down, but I get that. I mean, I don't know how much it cost to build that building, but a lot of money to build that building. It's
just the metal cladding itself. The one is stamped in automotive, with automotive car designs all over. That alone is all purely custom.
Yeah,
and that's a lot of square feet on that on the facade of that building. So,
and those doors.
Oh, those doors.
Those glass doors that come up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So anyway, that's where it was. So I stopped there to go to that event because Avance was having a open house, I guess, for that dealership. And so I stopped by there, and I'm walking around, and I think our friend with the Revuelto was there. Was this 296 there?
Yeah, the 296. He's going to sell it.
That's right. He's going to sell it. So we're walking around, and then Gene pops up. I didn't even know Gene was coming.
I didn't either. I had seen it on because we followed the Avance Facebook stuff, so I saw it on there. I thought, well, I should probably go. And I was watching racing, F1 racing and stuff that day.
Yep.
And the race was over because I didn't get up at 6 a.m. to watch it. Not anymore. And probably not until Lewis Hamilton's close to winning. Then I'll do it again. Fair weather? No, I love Louis, but anyways. I think it started at 10 o'clock and it was 10:30, and I'm like, I got nothing else to do. The wife is still asleep, so I'm gonna go. And I just popped up, and I got the best. We saw my parking spot. I looked out. I didn't park with everybody, but I parked on the side of the street in front of the whole thing.
Yeah. And
when I walked in, I see this guy. I'm like, I think I know that guy. Saw the hat, with the McLaren hat. Yep, I know that guy.
Well, because it was close. I mean, that place is close by.
It's on the way home for you.
I just stopped by there. I don't even know if I was planning. I don't think I was even planning on going. It just popped up. I think at some point I had said I was interested or something like that. And so on my drive home after the photos, it popped up. Hey, this event was going on. So I'm like, oh well, it's close by. I'll just pop over.
It was a really good event.
It was really cool. They had a lot of really good cars. Not only people that just showed up, but also that. Inside the dealership.
I saw that Blackwing, my friend Todd's.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I confirmed it was his. It's the only CT5V electric blue Blackwing that was wrapped in satin. I mean, his was a launch edition, so he's one of the 250 people who got his in the first 3.5 minutes. So my car is a launch edition. It got done in 7 hours. His was done in 3.5 minutes. So he lucked out.
Wow.
Yeah. But as soon as he got it, he immediately wrapped it. And I really do like that wrap. It looks
good.
Nice manual. When I texted him, he said, "Oh yeah. It's a guy if I sold it." I'm like, ah. But with a busted shoulder and other stuff, it's the smart thing to do is to not deal with that. That's a beast of a car.
So that was a good event.
Yeah.
That was fun. Got to see a bunch of people, and so then went home. So that was.
Oh, hold on. You want to tell the coffee lady story, the cow story?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
That lady was awesome.
All right, so I'll set it up and then you can.
Okay.
So Gene wanted to get some coffee. He hadn't had enough for the day to wake up. So we go outside and
Clearly.
they had this. It's a really cute little like a trailer
Yeah.
that you tow behind that they set up as like an espresso coffee bakery type items that they were set up. I forgot the name of that.
Yeah, I forgot the name of it too.
But it was a cute little trailer setup that they had, and so we go out there, and she was actually closing up. Right?
I was the last one.
You were the last one, and she was closing up. And then what do you want? And I forgot you got coffee
Just
or whatever.
coffee.
She's like, okay, yeah, I'll take care of you. So then she's making the coffee.
I recall. I don't even think she charged me for it. I'm almost positive she didn't even charge me for it.
Bonus.
Yeah, because she was wrapped up. She's like, yeah.
Oh,
That was
okay.
very nice of
Well,
her.
that's good.
It was very nice of her.
So she mentioned that she was that she was a bit late.
Well, that's because what's her name, Shabi?
Yeah.
Told us about it.
Oh, that's right.
She told us that that she was late and why she was late.
Right.
So on her route in, so Enumclaw, the area we were in, is a very rural area. There's lots of farmland out there, lots of, cow pastures and,
Yep.
so horses and cows. Well, apparently, I don't know how, but as she was coming, I guess she's the back way through, some cows got out and were crossing the road and stopped.
It just stopped.
All traffic, and they weren't going anywhere. She's laying on the horn. And do you remember what she said?
That's what I was trying to remember, and I could not, for the life of me, remember what she said.
She hates cows.
She's
and she
scared
has
of cows.
a fear of cows.
She has a fear of cows.
Right. And you remember what was the design language of her cart? Cows.
Yeah, it was cows.
It was cows.
It was cows.
It was
yeah.
so funny. When she said that, I kind of pointed to something like,
yeah, it was like moo or something.
Yeah, the whole motif is cow
It
related,
is.
and she's scared of cows. So she had to jump out of the vehicle.
I know.
And I think she said she was honking the horn and throwing rocks, not at them, but near them to scare them. Right? She wasn't trying to hurt them at all. But she said, yeah, she ended up being late because she had to scare off the cows, of which she's deathly afraid of.
I remember her telling us something about she was so uncomfortable getting out of the vehicle and approaching the cow, which I'd never heard of anybody afraid of cows. Like they're pretty docile animals. And I mean, I've grown up around cows.
Unless you go and scare the whole pack, they're not going to come run over you.
Yeah, they're not going to stampede. That was pretty funny though.
Yeah.
I've never. Hey, I'm going to be late to your event because I'm stuck
behind cows,
and I'm afraid to go out and move the cow.
That was great. Man, that was funny.
Okay, so that was one weekend, and then actually, I think that might have been on a Sunday.
It was.
Okay, so I think on Saturday, I also went to a car show over at Griots, and it was Toyota themed. All the cars were Toyota. Now, I like Toyota. I'm not like a super fanboy, but I mean, I like a good Toyota, whether that's the Toyota Tundra, the Tacoma,
4Runner,
MR2, right? Celica. Like, I do like a lot of their vehicles.
Some older Mark II Supras.
Yeah,
Mark IIIs.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That popped up, and I forgot something got canceled. I forgot something happened that I was planning. So I'm like, what am I doing? I'll just run over there. Now, I wasn't expecting a whole lot. Let me tell you, that is probably one of the biggest car events at Griots I've ever been to.
Are you serious? We have been to some of that whole inside was full. Like you couldn't even walk around hardly. It was so full.
This was that plus more.
Really?
And all the way down, in the
other parking
area.
Yeah,
that area was almost completely full. And then all the way down the street from where you turn by Griots, halfway down that road, completely full. I was
That
blown
blows
away.
me away. I would have never thought that.
Well, so turns out these guys that put on, this is their first show they've ever done.
They'll do more then, sounds like. Yeah.
Like, I could not believe the amount of Toyotas that were there. It was crazy. And they had everything, like I said, from trucks to cars, everything in between. What's the overlanding stuff?
Yeah.
They had a bunch of overlanding stuff with their Forerunners, and it was an amazing setup. They had a couple of vendors. They had like a DJ playing, some food stuff, tons of cars. It was an amazing event.
Really?
It was kind of funny when I pulled in there. I'm driving the McLaren, and you could tell when you pull up that everything is already full. And this was early. I went there early. It was already packed. So I go past, where you normally turn in to the left. I go to the second one, which is normally blocked off. You can't park there. Well, they had that open. So I'm like, oh, I'll just pull in there. Oh, no. They were only allowing Toyota vehicles, which was cool because it's a Toyota event, right?
So they're keeping it
So they keep it
clean,
pure, right?
yeah.
And so it was like, they're like, hey,
They didn't want it contaminated by the little,
they don't
the
want to
McLaren.
let the MC in. He's like,
Nah.
hey, I really like your car, but you don't qualify.
Yeah.
He's like, you need to go down there.
That's humbling, isn't it?
Oh, man.
That's kind of a little humbling.
It was
really
funny.
But that's funny, though.
I was rolling. So I drive down to the overflow section, and because it's so full, I had to park around back behind the building so you couldn't even see the car. It was that full.
That's impressive.
It was super impressive. And for being the first one, the guys were saying, hey, I don't know if this is going to be, there's going to be a lot of people show up. Like, they had no idea. And for it to turn out that well, I wrote down the name and I forgot it, and I apologize. I was going to give them a shout out, but impressive job to get that many people, and it was packed. I mean, not just like a lot of people with the cars, but just people there to view it. I mean, and it was a free event, no charge. They had merch. They were selling merch for their event.
Oh, they came in loaded for bear.
And they were selling it, dude. If they had a design, like I'm kind of a snob when it comes to my merch. I like stuff to have. If I'm buying it, I like to have on the front some kind of a label, a design logo, something, and then something big on the back.
That's the way I am too.
Okay, that's how I am. They had one or the other. They had something big on front or something big on back. They didn't have it both, and so I didn't buy it because I'm kind of snobby, and I apologize. But the fact
isn't that why you call me bougie? Is it would that be the automotive?
Oh no,
isn't that the automotive version of bougie?
Dude, you're a whole nother level. Actually, you're a couple levels. But yes, that would kind of fall into that space.
Okay. I'm with you on that, by the way.
The fact that they were selling merch, like props to them, and they were selling it out, like not just like, hey, we have it. People were in line to buy stuff. So
were they making it on site too? Did they have the standard folks who come in?
No, they had already
pre-made a bunch of them.
Pre-made. They had like tubs of different sizes that they had guesstimated.
I'm so happy for some
cool
young entrepreneurs
I know.
in the automotive space doing something neat and cool. Niche-y.
I thought that was awesome.
I'm proud of them.
All right, so then what about you?
So around that time, since we met, I went. My wife and I one Saturday. She said, "Hey, let's go up to Shelton."
To Shelton?
Yeah,
I go to track.
That's what I thought. She's like, "There's a car show out there." I'm like, "Oh, let's just you and I go, not to show the car. Let's just go."
How does she know about the car show?
I'm embarrassed that she knew about it and I didn't. I have no idea how she knew. I subscribe to all of that stuff, so I know what I'm not going to see generally. So I didn't even know about it. So we get there and we park and we walk in. And we thought, okay, this is kind of cool. And then the way,
where was it? You said Shelton. Where?
Okay. You know where we always pull off to go and get gas at the Fred Meyer before. So we went down behind a block past the McDonald's.
Okay.
Parked next to it, actually.
Yep.
And that's the center of the town, essentially.
Yeah, it's not very big.
Right, not a big town. And it's not a exotic kind of event.
Yeah.
Right? You wouldn't think so. We did see some guys that we see Tom with the black the black Camaro that's jacked up, that's got the lettering on the side. We see his buddy as well, who's used to be the president of the Camaro Club, and the green Camaro. We've seen him at Griots much times. But when we walked up to the front and we kind of looked down, it went as far as the eye could see, because the street kind of takes a little bit of dip down.
Okay.
So as we crossed over, like, holy crap, this was at least half a mile long.
Oh, wow.
Both sides.
Like cars like parked
Both
on.
sides, yeah.
Okay.
And there's some cars I'd never seen before in there, which is great to see new stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you and I are very well connected in the area, so we do a lot of these things. We see some of the same stuff all the time.
Yeah, over and over.
But other than Tom and the other guy in the green Camaro, I didn't see anything there that I hadn't seen before. Now, the funny thing is I've seen a few of them since, even recently at the Burien car show, which I'll talk about at some point. As we walked through, we saw a bunch of vehicles that we'd never seen before, and
older stuff,
muscle cars, some rat rods, some really high-end custom lead sleds that were there. Just a lot of stuff that I would actually more apt to say I saw that kind of stuff in Florida when living there. That's kind of the vibe there in Tampa, right? Some of the big shows, but that was really fun, and it was a nice crew. It was a beautiful day.
It's a good drive out there.
It was a great drive out there. My wife and I had a great time just getting in the car, rolling out there. When we pulled up, we had somebody kind of waving us on like they wanted us to go into the show, and we're like, nope, we're pulling up. My car was clean because it always is clean, but it wasn't show clean.
Okay, it's always clean.
It's always clean.
Always clean.
I always clean the car. It's always clean. But the thing that is the most annoying for me is when the rims are dirty. I cannot stand putting my car, and I've done it before, but I hate doing it. Like if my wheels are full of brake dust, I can't stand showing it. Even if the body isn't as clean, the blue doesn't show as much. You can get away with it. But sometimes I'll sit there in the parking lot with the spray stuff that I keep in the trunk and clean the wheels, just because I can't stand them looking dirty.
No, I agree. I hate to see brake dust on the car, especially because you have the dark gray charcoal wheel.
Yeah, it's they call it the graphite, the midnight graphite.
Yeah.
Do anything else?
Yeah, we already talked about meeting up at the Thunderdome.
Yeah, we talked about Thunderdome. Oh, yeah, actually, that's it. No, actually, there was one more thing. Father's Day.
Okay.
Yeah, so Father's Day, my wife said, "Hey, for Father's Day, we're gonna go do a thing. We're not telling you what it is."
Oh,
I'm like, okay. So it was my wife, my oldest son, and I, and ended up being a car show in Burien.
Oh,
yeah. So every
okay. Now, what I'm hearing is that your wife is way more connected.
No, I've done the show before. I know about this one. I forgot that it happens.
Okay. He forgot. It's kind of like when I said I'll never forget the name of that car, and I couldn't remember.
Right. That's exactly right. I'd never forget the name of the car. What was it again? I can't remember. Get it. No, we've actually gone to that one before, but it's probably been 5 or 6 years.
Okay.
So I completely forgot all about it.
Okay.
But it's big. It is real, all down, straight down in the middle of downtown. So we luckily park at the very end. We kind of walk both ways, and they have it where they jut out into the side streets too.
Oh.
So it's really, really big. And that's where I saw some of the cars from the week before.
Oh, okay.
At Shelton. But and they got music.
That's interesting from Burien to Shelton, because that's not like a straight shot.
No. There's they always have a band playing, but you'd think it is standard automotive music fare, like 50s music and very stuff you'd expect to hear at a car show kind of music, right? Car theme related.
Yeah.
Would be. We had a good time. It was my son, he hadn't gone to a car show with me in probably 5 years. So it was kind of good for him to ask questions. Dad, tell me about this car. Tell me about this car. He was probably doing it just to have conversation. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
But
that's cool.
If he asks, I'm going to tell him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was good. Afterwards, we went out and grabbed us a bite to eat, and it was just good quality family time. So, automotive related, that's pretty much all I've done.
For Father's Day, we didn't go to a car show, but my daughter, actually, it was my wife and my daughter, but my daughter was going to do this. So you see that model that's sitting right there. My daughter had put that one together, the blue one. My daughter had put that one together. This is like, I think that was like Father's Day, birthday, Christmas, I don't know, a couple years ago. Okay, so she put that model together for me. So they were down, where were they? They were somewhere, was it Oregon? I forget where, but my wife and daughter were on some kind of a trip. And they were at a store and they were messaging me, hey, do you have this car? Do you have this kind of a car? Because they were someplace where they sold some kind of toys or something. And so they got a McLaren model like that car. And they said, hey, do you have this? I'm like, no, that's really cool. That's kind of neat. And then they came back and said something like, oh, we didn't end up getting it. The line was long. So I'm like, no worries. Well, they ended up getting it. And so they gave it to me.
So they surprised you.
They surprised me. They gave it to me on Father's Day. Now, here we are a couple weeks past Father's Day, and that is still in the box. So last weekend, I asked my daughter, I'm like, hey, you going to, Father's Day present, you going to put that? She's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get it. It's been another week, still not. So I have it sitting upstairs, so hopefully soon I'll add an orange one to the collection.
So you're not going to do it yourself. Is she going to do it, or are you going to do it together?
No, she's going to do it. She said she wanted to do it.
Okay.
Because she wanted to do that one, and she put that one together all by herself. It's, I don't know, whatever, a couple hundred pieces.
Yeah.
So she enjoyed it. It's kind of funny. I'm like...
That is 06 or...
I don't know if that's... I don't know, because that's the Stingray, because it's the blue one to match the Stingray that I had.
Yeah.
When she got done putting it together, she had some stuff left over. I'm like, oh, you're just like Gene. When Gene works on a car, he has parts left over.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, so...
Absolutely.
Okay, a couple things I figured we'd talk about. Interesting topic about keeping old cars that you like. So this came up because of a friend of ours contacted me and said, hey, should I sell this car? This guy's got a white car. He has a Z06. He has a black wing. So he reached out and said, hey, should I sell this car? Because he's got some, he's got some attachment to it, right? And so my response was, do you need the car? No, you don't need it. Do you want the car? I kind of want it because, blah, blah, blah. And my response was, if there's nothing super sentimental, like my Nismo, that was gifted to me by my dad.
Yeah.
I'll never get rid of that. And my dad, we talked about before, but I grew up on Zs. Like my dad's owned every model of Z. That's a special car for the family. I'll never get rid of it.
That's an heirloom.
It is.
Yeah.
This car that he was talking about, not so much. I mean, there's nothing super special about that car. They made a million, not literally, but they made a lot of the cars. You don't have a special attachment to it. Nothing really happened. I would just get rid of it. Like, yeah, you like the car, but I would probably get rid of it. So I'm set the stage here for when do you decide when you should maybe keep a car that you don't have to sell. So the premise is that you don't have to get rid of it. You don't need the money. Okay. When do you decide to get rid of the car? When do you decide to keep the car?
Oh.
So I've already given you one, like heirloom. Like for me,
heirloom is you don't sell it unless like you're going broke. And
you're in dire straits. Right?
Fine. And then you find someone you sell to. Hopefully, he'll let you buy it back one day.
Ideally, so that would be one thing is around heirloom.
Right.
I think another factor would be: do you have space?
Right.
So if we had unlimited space and unlimited money, you just keep everything always, right? I've now changed my tune on that. I used to think that, but when you get to the point where you have so many vehicles, it becomes more of a chore. Okay.
So my friend, I've told you about, who had the Blackwing.
Yep.
He had at one point, I think he told me, with race cars and his other cars, I think 30, 35 cars in the fleet.
Oh, gosh.
He was considering hiring
someone to manage
a person to manage the fleet. Now, part of it was for the business too, right?
Yeah.
So it makes sense. But to manage services and transportation and everything else that had to happen. and he eventually did it, and he got rid of almost everything. And he just said, I'm so much happier now because I don't have this fleet to manage.
It's a hassle for me. I mean, I was having to rotate cars up and down, I have multiple lifts. So taking cars off the lift, put them back up on top. Initially, it wasn't a big deal, but then it gets into the thing of this car is down. I'm just going to take this car because it's easier. I don't have to worry about it. You have to put forth effort to think about rotating the cars. How long is it spin? Oh, this one's filthy. I don't want to take this one out, right? If I'm going on some event, I don't want to drive this filthy one. So then anyway, it's a hassle. But back to the question, if you have room and space, okay, that's a factor. If you don't need the money, that's a factor. But if it's not an heirloom, just because you like the car, do you keep the car?
Yeah, that's a tough one, right? So I look at it as not having all those scenarios we just discussed, just some rando dude. If I had multiple cars and I had to decide, and one day I just said, you know what, I may get rid of one, I'd probably look at the one that has the least utility for me, right?
Okay, yeah.
So for instance, if I had a Z06 as a track day car and my current car as a daily driver, and at some point, kind of to your point, I'm like, okay, which one am I driving? I don't only drive it 5-6 times a year to the track. Maybe I do it to car shows, meaning the Z06.
Yep.
If I eventually looked at it and said, man, that's just, one's got to go because of the hassle factor, which one has got more utility for me? Now, when I had all three of the kids were younger and they're in the house and I took them or their friends' places, the 4-door would be better. Even with the small back seat, it would be much better. So there's a lot more utility back in the day. Now, it's just my wife and I, well, I'm looking for a Z06 at some point.
Yeah.
Right. So for me, I guess it also depends on where you are in your life, your season of life. Back when I had the kids, I would have kept the 4-door. Now, probably the 2-door, right? Probably the Z06.
Were you looking for a van back then?
I was not looking for a van.
You don't want a town and country?
Did not want to know. Listen, we've had 3 vans, and my wife had 3 vans, 3 Honda Odysseys in a row.
In a row?
In a row. Blue, silver, and silver.
I don't remember us talking about that. You had 3 Odysseys in a row.
3 Odysseys in a row. Blue, she loved it so much, she got a silver one. And then when that lease was up, she got another silver one. And she kept it for a year. And I told her, don't keep it for a year. Just keep it. There's a whole story about what happened there, of how we ended up making out really well with that one. But she only kept it for a year.
So each one was a year?
No.
Oh.
Both of them were, the first 2 were 3 years.
So
each.
Over 7 years, you had 3 vans. Wow. Did you ever want to hop up that van?
No.
You would have put like a Hemi in that thing?
No, I did not.
Put some downpipes?
No, that thing was perfect. Those were great vans.
They are great.
Great vans.
They're really good vans, especially when you got a family of kids.
That's what it was.
To put all your
2 or 3 kids in it. It was perfect. All the doors were self-opening, trunks and everything, and side doors.
That is a cool feature, self-opening.
It was magical because my wife did everything with the kids. She stayed home for many years with the kids. She needed that. So whatever you need, I'll pay for it. So that's the deal with the vans. But again, back to answer your question, depending on your place in life right now.
Yep.
The one that's got more utility you keep.
Well, I don't know if I don't think I've ever heard back. I did message to find out he didn't sell it.
He didn't?
No, I just checked. He didn't sell it. So I guess he decided to keep. Anyway, I just thought it was an interesting thing about, because I look outside here, I've ended up keeping other vehicles, maybe not all the sports cars, but I do have other vehicles, and it's also one of those things where it's useful. Again, if you have space for it and the other stuff we talked about, but I had to go to the quarry.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was here visiting when my daughter was graduating, and my mom is funny because she's from another place.
You said it almost like she's from another planet.
Well, I didn't want to say where she's from, but then I kind of lost my train of thought. And then I'm like, do I say planet? I was literally thinking planet. Anyway,
Sorry, Mom.
so my mom was up here, and she's always looking at doing landscape activities, as she talks to me about, what I've done at this place. And one thing that she really likes is I've got huge rock here. I've gone and got 4 or 5 man boulders. I've got probably, I don't know, 5 gazillion tons of rock that I've got out here. A lot of 4 or 5 man. These are 5,000 pound rocks. My mom loves this stuff because where she is, one, she doesn't have heavy equipment like I do, so she can't move it. So she has to bring it in. But if you can't go to the quarry, buying it from a middleman and having it delivered, it's just stupid expensive.
Yeah.
Like the prices that she was quoting me was just unbelievable. So I was bragging, I was kind of telling her how cheap rock is here, and I can just go to the quarry and they can load me up and then we can load it. So I need to get some rock. I have it at the entryway. I don't know if you've noticed, but we've got the entryway. So we went to the quarry, and one of those rocks alone was over 5,000 pounds because my excavator won't even lift it. I had to shove it to get it over there. So it weighs more than 5,000 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Heavy, heavy rock. But I didn't want to take my new truck to the quarry because, one, there's a whole lot of dust, which is not a big deal, but they wet stuff down, and then you get the
slurry.
The slurry type stuff, and then it's just a nightmare. So I took my old truck. So that was a great thing. I have an old vehicle, my 25-year-old truck, took that to the quarry. It's a diesel. That sucker will pull all day long. So it is good if you have the capacity.
So utility.
It's very much utility, exactly like you're saying. So
Yeah.
Anyway, I just thought it was an interesting topic because he had asked about should he sell it, and so anyway.
Did you ever fix the other injector thing? No, still
number 8 still hanging out there, and I thought about it too when we're driving after I got loaded with all that weight.
Oh,
because on the way back I'm like, man, what would happen if number 8 went out? So I do need to get that done. And it was funny too because a guy I met actually a guy that we'll be interviewing, just saw him again this past weekend. And he said, hey, I listened to your podcast, and I heard about when you got stuck down in California. And he says, so did you get that fixed? And I'm like, nope. So it's funny you just mentioned it. I got to fix number 8. Number 2's fixed, but not number 8. Okay, the other thing I was going to ask you about is windshields. So windshields used to be pretty inexpensive. You crack it, you call up your insurance, you replace it. Things have gotten way more complicated now. One, because some insurance companies don't just cover windshields right off the bat. Some you have to have windshield insurance like a rider almost. Some are super duper expensive because of all the electronics now built into the windshields. So my question to you is, when do you determine if you should replace the windshield? And when do you determine if you pay for it or you go to insurance?
Oh, to me, that's an easy one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an easy one. I would not replace a windshield for any reason.
Not what I was expecting.
Unless you happen to be heading out to Griots garage and a truck weight gets shot through the front of the window. Or
surely that doesn't happen.
That would never happen, ever. Ever. Except at one time I was in the car and it went right through. I thought somebody was shooting at me. Other than that, had that not happened, I wouldn't have replaced the windshield. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the windshield. So I wouldn't replace the windshield. If you keep a car a long time, eventually the wiper blades may, if you're not diligent and constantly replacing them, and they could scratch the windshield over time. So maybe you want to do it then. But other than that, I wouldn't replace a windshield for anything. And then, it's so fun back then. My wife, I had to pay $1,000 to get the windshield replaced.
Wow, that was the deductible. And then my wife figured out in a week. It was like 2 weeks earlier. She changed this from a $500 deductible because nothing ever happens. I know.
To to now $1,000 double. And then she found out afterwards, all she had to do was call them up before this happened and ask them to put the rider on there. And now it's $100.
Oh, so so this wasn't part of like a windshield policy piece. This was $1,000 deductible off your normal insurance.
Off my normal insurance.
Oh man.
Yeah, and then come to find out, oh yeah, all you had to we'll turn that on for you with Progressive, and then that was $100. So I was unhappy. But first of all, how would we not know that? My wife's the most, other than you and her are very similar, incredibly detailed. Which is, by the way, it's not a negative; it's an incredibly positive thing. She's the most detailed person I know. And for her to miss something, let me tell you, that wrecked her for like a week.
Really?
Oh, she was bugged by no end that she missed it.
She wasn't upset about the money? It was more...
she was pissed about the money.
Oh.
Yeah, no, she was pissed about the money. Don't get me wrong. But she's also wrecked because I can't believe I missed it. It just bugged her.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's so detailed. She doesn't miss details. I'm the sales guy. There's certain details I don't care about. Whatever. But for her... that was just like the kiss of death. It wrecked her for a week, man. I felt bad for her because I'm like, okay, you missed it, so what? You know? She's like, no, I never miss these things. But now it's $100.
You know what's funny is that you mentioned that you went from 500 to 1,000 because nothing ever
And
happens.
back to $100.
Yeah, and so now you're back to 100.
Now back to 100.
I have to say, in 25 years, maybe longer, but we'll just say at least 25, I've never replaced a windshield. Never. I could in my 25-year-old truck that has 5 rock chips in it that you can visibly see. Not like little tiny. You can visibly see, but they're not. None of them are in the driver's
line of sight.
Of sight. So they're like off to the side, in the middle, and maybe one over on the passenger.
I've replaced 3 in 11 years here. And then 1 in Florida.
Really?
On my
so what does that say?
Mercedes?
What does that say? Gene's replaced 4, and I've replaced none. You drive an automatic, and I drive a manual.
Oh, whatever. That's nothing to do. The two don't even make sense. There's no cause and effect for that. That's ridiculous. I did not expect to have a
correlation does equal causation.
Not in this case. The other 2, one was on my ATSV.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that was just hit a pothole hard enough that it cracked the windshield.
Oh, man.
Uh-huh. And then another one was I was behind a semi-truck, and this was in my white Mercedes, one I shipped from Florida to here.
Up here.
And that thing, it just, big rock bounced, and I saw it, and I'm like, well, that's about to crack. Shattered right in the front of the windshield.
Man, I've been really fortunate, and I've been thinking about I should finally do something, because I've been paying insurance for 25 years, and I've never filed a claim, ever. I'm like, maybe I should file a claim just to recoup some of that money that I've paid out. I've never got a penny of that money back.
Well, if you need help breaking the windshield so you don't do anything that would be illegal, I could do a burnout right in front of your in your driveway where all the rocks are, right?
You know what you should do is
I can have some fun with that.
Go buy a Temerario, and then I can follow you, and I'll definitely get a cracked windshield then.
Definitely get a cracked windshield because there's that's right.
There's nothing behind the tires. Yeah.
Let me not do that. I just can't stand the driving lights on it.
Evidently, there's like I read somewhere that someone either they have an aftermarket kit.
Yes.
There is.
I heard Stradman was talking about it one day. And I'm like, yes,
maybe that's what it was.
Yep.
I read something about it, so that's. I think they're kind of cool, but anyway, I thought that was interesting about the whole insurance piece, that how people have to, because if I had to do on my McLaren, someone told me that a 720, so I'm guessing the 750 is similar, that it was like a $12,000 windshield. Now, obviously, you got the McLaren tax that's built into that.
Sure.
The windshield itself doesn't cost $12,000, but because you had the McLaren tax, man, that's a freaking lot of money.
Well, here's the thing too. My car, they did not replace it. They didn't replace any of my cars with OEM badged windshields.
Oh.
It was all aftermarket,
Oh.
but built to OEM spec, allegedly. But once they put them in, both my V's, because they have the cameras, especially this latest one, cameras and radar system and all that other stuff,
Yep.
they then have to recalibrate it.
Oh, that's true. That's right.
There's a whole, now, they would have done it at the house. They can actually do it at the house.
Oh.
But then they canceled it that day, and so I had to drive it out to where they were the next day or whatever it was. But yeah, then they have to recalibrate the entire
That's so
sensor
crazy.
system. Yeah.
Well, the last thing I'll mention about the windshield is that I have applied, you can put the, if you get a crack where you can put the resin in,
Yep.
but you need to do it shortly thereafter. If you wait, then you get crud. And so I had a couple little cracks, not very big, like pretty small, but they just recently happened. And I bought one of those kits, you put there, you vacuum, get a super tight seal, clean it out, vacuum it, and then you apply this syringe and put the resin in, clean it off. It was amazing.
I need to do that because I have a
It
small
worked
one.
so good. I bought, I want to say Permatex, I think is the brand that I bought. I use a lot of their products for threads. That's a good company.
Yeah.
But it worked amazingly well. Obviously, you get a huge one, it's probably not going to work great. For a smaller one, like these were both smaller than a dime.
Yeah.
Man, it worked perfect. It was great. So you definitely should.
Yeah, I need to do that.
You
for
should
sure.
do that. Okay, well, hey, it was good catching up. It's been a minute, so I guess we'll wrap this one up. It's a little bit shorter, but our last one we went way long.
Yeah.
So when we
So
add
cost
this,
average it.
we dollar cost averaging.
Perfect.
We still come out to right about an hour. So we'll go ahead and wrap this one up.
All right, man.
Until next time.
Until next time.
Cheers.
See you.